So we're here in Ransom Park at the Terry Fox tribute, and hello everybody, and so nice to see some extra faces here. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. And I'm going to introduce Glamina Betancourt, and Glamina is going to walk you through this park and give us a bit of a history, and then she's going to speak about the run that is on the 15th. And then we can, you know, mix and mingle a little bit more, but then our official evening will be over. I want to thank everybody for coming, for attending our formal piece, which happened at the theater. Thank you so much to everybody, and again to all of our sponsors, and thank you Costco and Tim Hortons for supplying that table over there. And we still have books there, and Barbara, our editor, is here. And if you want to purchase one of the books, fabulous Christmas, Hanukkah gifts, wonderful. And she'll sign your book for you. And so will Glamina, if you ask. So everybody, this is Glamina Betancourt, which I'm sure most of you know, our wonderful Glamina. She doesn't need any introduction. So I'm going to switch places with her, and she can hold on to Terry. And Glamina's going to walk us through what this park actually means. Glamina.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you all for coming, but Karen, this would never have happened this evening without your help. I mean, you know, I fell down some stairs and the stairs won, and this wouldn't have happened without your help. Thank you, and your staff, and the mayor, wherever you are, there you are. Thank you, Mayor West, for this. I appreciate it. And I know there's some other folks here that were in the run or in the book and met Terry, or can you come forward? I'm not sure where you all are. Marlene, who else is here? Barbara, please come here. Come on up forward, because I'm not the only one this is about, like, at all. Like, all these wonderful folks that you see here.
Very beautiful.
Yeah. Anybody else here?
They're hiding, I don't think
They're hiding. So Barbara, you want to introduce?
I can introduce, this is Marlene Lott.
Hello.
She's in the support chapter. She's the young lady who approached Terry Fox at a stage with a bouquet of roses and a little lovely note, as teenage girls do. And she convinced him to be able to rest at her place in Acton along the run. And she also became part of the crew and traveled with Terry and the team and raised money and collected money. So this is Marlene. And Paula and Sharon, their grandmother, Jillian, right?
Gladys.
No, but last name?
Willis.
Willis.
Yes.
Gladys Willis hosted Terry and Doug in the earlier days. So on the East Coast, Terry and Doug needed a place to stay. On the East Coasters, as friendly East Coasters are, they dragged them to his house and said, "You're staying with us." And Terry signed the wall. So back then the basements had those wooden plank walls type of design, and so they have the cutout section of Terry's signature, because at Port aux Basques, that was the first town that actually raised $1 for every citizen at that time. It was over 10,000. Wow. And so these ladies have carried on the legacy and the name and the honor of being that town and keeping his hopes and dreams alive out East Coast, although they're here now. But Mary was an OPP officer at the time, and she got to escort Terry through Bala in Gravenhurst. And her and her husband Steve they're both retired OPP officers.
There he is.
Come on up, Steve. Come back.
So, he's hiding.
They're also wonderful people, and with their son Raymond as well, and their daughter Raymond is right here.
There he is.
And their daughter Lisa. They have contributed to society. They are part of the Selflessness and Service chapter, because their entire family has done so much for so many other.
Amazing.
So amazing. And John Hurst was up in Acton, and he lived next door to Marlene. And when Terry Fox came through Acton, he was not home. He was on vacation elsewhere in Ontario. And so when he heard that Terry was coming that way, gathered his family at like 4 a.m. as many people did, waiting in the dark, and heard him coming, and then traveled to see him again, right? But I love when in our interview you were saying, I could have stayed home and he would have been next door to me. And so, and John Hurst, like Lamina here, has hosted or been involved in the Terry Fox Run, now in Acton, for 44 continuous years.
Yeah.
The book would be nothing without all of these people and another, I won't do the math right now, 45 other individuals. It's these types of little stories that you will hear from their experience of how they affected Terry, but how Terry affected them and has ever since. And that is what that book is about. So,
Okay, so the statue. Do I start where I asked for? Like something? Okay.
Your
The
platform.
story goes, I went to council and I asked for something. I said, listen, we don't have a park name, we don't have a street sign, we don't have anything in Terry's memory or in his honor. And I said, I'm a little embarrassed because I live here, kind of thing. So I was told to put an official like in an email, so I did that. And the late Mayor Dave Barrow, we had several lunch together and we talked about what we possibly could get here in Richmond Hill. And I was, talking, and I thought I was going to get a street sign or something. And then he goes, how about a statue? I'm like, okay, I'll take it. So anyways, they went through a really huge process of picking an artist. The family was involved. And it took 3 years to actually come to the unveiling on the 35th anniversary when was it? 2015.
2015.
So there's several aspects to this park. First, I want to talk about this line that's in the ground that you see that's kind of flowing throughout the park. That's where Terry would have started in Newfoundland, and then the break where he would have taken the ferry over. We've placed Terry basically where we feel Richmond Hill is. And then, of course, you know that he ran further north, and then you'll notice a break in the line up there, and that's Thunder Bay. That would be where Terry ended his journey because he became ill, and the rest of it would have been his run home. So we placed Terry facing west, which he always said he wanted to run home. So that's what we did. And these beautiful lights that are casting on Terry from either side, if you look at Terry's shadow from behind, he's like running home. And I love that about this park.
And he ran right past this park.
And he did. He ran right past that park. This park, I was with him that day too, and it was great. So, and then of course all these the walls you see, that's the piece about him being in Richmond Hill. But this wall here is what I love more than anything, because what we did is I remember going out with Liz Conte from Richmond Hill, and we went into malls and places like that, and we asked the residents, what does Terry Fox mean to you? And what you see engraved into that wall are what the community said about Terry Fox. And the lights behind it silhouette the words onto the path, which is really, I love that.
Oh, it
part of
does. Beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, nice one, Jean.
Yeah.
So, and then over there, I always say Terry will always run in my heart forever, and my actual words are on that wall too, which meant a lot to me that they included it. So yeah, so that's this part. Now, the most important thing is we got to keep Terry's legacy going, so guess what? Sunday, September 15th, Terry Fox Run in your community. If you want to come and run in Richmond Hill, we're at the Oak Ridges Community Center. 9 a.m. registration opens and 10 to 2 run. We have pizza, we have games for the kids, and most importantly, we have to raise money for research. So
And sign up, it's online.
And yeah, you register online, and it's so easy. We have some great folks here that have been doing TikToks. My friends, like the faces I'm seeing here, you guys make me so, like, I don't know, I'm gonna cry in a second. But some of these faces here, you mean a lot to me. My family are here, my nephews somewhere. Thank you for coming. From work people, Ben, thank you for being here. And a good friend of mine, I lost a really good friend April 12th.
Sorry.
Eddie Nolan. And anybody that knows Terry's story would know probably Eddie Nolan's story. And his brother's here today. So Tommy, thank you for coming. It means the world to me.
Yeah.
So anyways, you gotta keep raising money, and I hope to see everybody out in the community near you, especially Richmond Hill. So thank you all for coming. This means the world.
Thank you.
Barbara, where are you? Thank you.
I would
all
like to
for
do a
coming.
little interview with you before we go here, if you don't mind. Thank you.
Everyone come out on the 15th. I will be there as well.
Yes.
Because of Glamina's condition, I've agreed to be her arms and legs and body, and she's to order me around
I'm faking. No.
all day.
Sleep well the night before.
I'm gonna have to, I know. With this one, yes. So come on out on the 15th for Richmond Hill.
Yeah.
I'm even gonna try to run.
Oh boy.
Not a runner, but I
Oh,
promised, and I promised
Yes.
I'm gonna run. So,
Could you guys
Okay.
stay for a second? Bear West is
Okay.
gonna come in and then.
Hang on
be
one
part of this?
second. Hang on one second.
Yeah, you bet.
So that brings us to the end of this evening. Again, I want to thank everybody for being here. Mayor West, thank you. Our members of council who joined us, thank you very much. All of our volunteers, Barbara and Sanjay. This has been an absolutely wonderful, wonderful evening. And it transcribes so beautifully to who Terry was and is and will always be. So thank you, Glamina, for everything that you have always done, and you've put Richmond Hill on the map where Terry Fox is concerned, and all of us. So thank you. Come out to the Oak Ridges Community Centre. It's up on Bayview, and you can sign up. And if you need any information, you can contact Glamina. And we really, really look forward to the run on the 15th. We've done it every year for so long now, and in a beautiful, beautiful area of Richmond Hill.
Overlooking Lake Wilcox. It's
Lake
right around
Wilcox,
Lake
it's
Wilcox.
really fabulous. So again, thank you, Barbara. Thank you for your talent and for everything that you've done for us here this evening. It's greatly appreciated. And everybody, yes, thank you. And everybody here, thank you so much for being here. It's been wonderful, an absolute pleasure to meet you all. And with that, we'll call the evening closed.
Drink coffee.
Yes. Thank you, everybody.
She organizes the run, or?